All right, Shalom, Shalom. Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is the brother top back again through the spirit with another lesson in Lord willing. This lesson is edifying. The title of this lesson is going to be Beware of the Chip. Beware of the Chip. Be aware of the chip. So, as you can see, this article came out earlier this week. I'm pretty sure brothers already did videos on it. For those that do not know, the UK Prime Minister advanced digital ID initiative to tackle immigration, illegal immigration. And they're basically making digital IDs mandatory now, and they're using immigration as an excuse, which we already know that they're just using immigration, as a reason. Like one of their old school tactics is a problem, reaction, solution. They caused these immigration problems, just like when it comes to America, the president, the king of Babylon before DJ, was that old man. And through his policies, he allowed a lot of open borders. You know who allowed open borders in America. So he allowed all of these immigrants to flow on in here, and then the next president, the next king of Babylon, is targeting those immigrants, which these two different presidents, they seem like they're working against each other, but they're really working together. That's the illusion that they put on the minds of the people, like they're warring against each other or they oppose each other, but really they're just both two sides of the same devil. Two sides of the same coin, So immigration is used as an excuse to, you see what it's been used as an excuse for in America when it comes to locking people up, put you in concentration camps, alligator Alcatraz, and things of that nature. They did this for a reason, so they can pass these unrighteous decrees. And one of the most unrighteous decree they're going to pass because of all of this is the MOTB system. That's going to literally strip away your privacy. It's going to strip away your rights. You're not going to have any rights anymore, man. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. See, they was the ones that set up all of these immigrants to come over here. But then they're going to turn around and punish us for something that they fucking allow. Ain't that some shit? Because they wanted to further their agenda, as in having a reason to lock down the borders, a reason to pass all of these draconian legislations. So right now, immigration is the biggest problem in the world. Well, mainly for the West, quote unquote. Quote unquote, immigration is the biggest issue, when it's really not. They just making it a big issue so they can further their own agendas. So, all right, I'm going to read a little bit of this, and I'm going to get some precepts, and, whatever precepts come to mind, I'm going to get a little willing. It says, in a move that could reshape how Britons and legal residents access public services, Prime Minister Keir Starmer, is set to unveil ambitious plans for a nationwide digital identification system. That means everybody gotta get this digital ID. All because of, you know, immigration. When they when they when they cause problems, they also come up with the solutions for the problems. And the people are the ones that suffer most. They don't suffer, you know. So it's just a bunch of bullshit going on, man. But we know the whole point behind it, you know. They want to make that RFID microchip mandatory, and a digital ID system, a digital identification system, would actually be a part of the MOTB system, because everything is gonna go that way. Everything is gonna go digital, so to speak. So it says, according to recent report, the initiative forms a key pillar of broader reforms aimed at sorry, modernizing the UK's broader, sorry, again, modernizing the UK's strained asylum and immigration framework. The announcement is slated for Starmer's Labour Party conference later this month, signaling the government's determination to leverage technology and escalating political pressures. So, whatever excuses they use, we already know what this world is gearing towards, because of the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has revealed um, the plans of the elites. So I'm gonna go get something. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, because this is just another one of his schemes to push draconian legislations, and also to push his chip. 2016. It's the book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, this is another one of his devices. Beware of the chip. Be aware of the chip, because this is where this is headed. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2 and 11 in NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. See? And this is nothing but an evil scheme that he's doing, um, to pass certain laws and legislations upon the people to further his own agenda. Because remember what government means. Government means mind control, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're controlling your mind with these different narratives. Um, he he's controlling your mind by these different narratives that he pushes through his media. But we're going against that narrative to tell you not to follow into that evil trap, because that's exactly what it is. You will think these devices, digital ID systems, are just something that they want to pass to make life safer or better for you or more peaceful for you, but really it's the total opposite. You see, it's the total fucking opposite. It's the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So never trust thine enemy, because one thing about rust, once it begins to form, it never goes away. Something starts to rust, it never goes away. So what is Esau's wickedness? Esau's wickedness is like rust. You see, he may act like he may show that he might act as if he's changed. The scripture says even Satan has transferred himself as an angel of light. So in the eyes of the world, that's what he is. That's what these so-called Edomites are. But we know their true identity. We know their true character, which are they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, according to Malachi chapter 1. You know, these are the descendants of the Edomite, Esau, Edom. You see, their forefather goes back to Edomites. Their forefather goes back to Esau, which was the progenitor of the Edomites, man. So we know not to trust him. We don't trust nothing that they come with. And that's how we ought to be. Because if you trust the society, you trust the beast, you trust the system, you're going to end up with that chip inside you, man. And that's just being real, man. So never trust our enemy. We know who our enemy is. But see, 2/3 of our people, they don't know who the enemy is. But they're going to find out sooner than later. You know? So never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness, because it never goes away. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed of him, and beware of him. See, that's the title of this lesson. Beware of the chip. Beware of Esau. Beware of his evil schemes. Beware of the things that he's doing behind closed doors, and the problems that he's creating in order to clamp down on his population, pass more draconian laws and legislations. Sorry, I'm a little congested this morning. Forgive me. Sirach chapter 12, verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, which is his wickedness. You're gonna see that these devils are still who they still wicked. You gotta beware of these people, man. You know, gotta beware of them, because they're gonna transform themselves to make it seem like they're not who they are. But don't fall for the trick. You see, nowadays they pushing that Jesus juice. They pushing that Jesus juice on you, and it makes you think that they for God, but they not, man. They just nothing but deception. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 15, just to get straight to the point. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image of the beast is this whole ancient Roman system that is being formed, that has been reconstructed and reformed here in Babylon the Great, aka America. You know, this whole system that runs America today goes back to the Roman Empire. It's just a more updated version of it, but it's the same system. It's the same beast. It's the same nation. It's the same people doing the same thing. You see? Because we understand, according to prophecy, that the Romans were Edomites. Now we understand also today that the Americans are Edomites. A lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the things that are present here in America came from ancient Rome. So America is the new Rome. And these devils know this. They know that they're the Edomites. They know that this whole system that they're putting in place goes back to Rome, because they idolize these different nations, even though they may not realize it, but they may realize it. But I'm pretty sure they know that they was the Romans, man. That's why they bring in the same system. But see, the difference between ancient Rome and today is technology. You know, because if you do the history, I've done it before. I've looked it up before. Type it on Chat GPT. If you type in some things when it comes to Roman Empire, you will see that America's doing those same things, but they're doing it more digitally. Like Rome they used to brand their criminals, and they used to brand their soldiers, if I'm not mistaken. But see, America does the same thing today. How do they do that? They do it with technology. They do it with IDs, criminal history. That's basically like a brand. You can't escape your criminal history or your criminal background. That shit is everywhere. It's all on the internet. Anybody can look up your criminal background, jobs. You see, it's just like a brand. It's like you're branded digitally. But look back to Revelations 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And the image of the beast is not a picture of so-called JC, Caesar Borgia. That's not the image of the beast. And that the image of the beast will speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't want to follow in line with this new system, this system that Esau setting up, which is going to be a draconian-led system, you're going to be killed, and it's just that front, just that straightforward. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That charagma is going to be made mandatory, which is talk about actual physical thing, a physical device that will be inserted inside your body, and that is going to contain all of your information, your medical records, and criminal history. Is going to give you access to your vehicle, your house, different things, man. That's what they're pushing as far as the chip is concerned, because everything is going to be all cash is going to be done away with. That means cash is not going to be nothing but more than toilet paper. And they're going to bring in this new system, which is going to be digital, that everything is going to be centralized through it. CBDCs, digital IDs, medical records, all of that shit going to be on your so-called chip, man. And everybody is going to be faced with it, because this is what they have planned all along. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not going to be able to buy, you're not going to be able to sell if you don't have the chip. And they designed it and did it that way. They're centralizing everything. Cash is really, if you look at society today, you rarely see people using cash, man. You think that's by coincidence? No, it's by design. It says that, here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. So 666, that's Esau's number. That's in every barcode in America. You can look at any barcode in America, you will see the number 666, because these things were cleverly designed, because these was their plans all the way, all the time, the whole time, man. So you're going to be a part of this 666 system. You're going to be a product. You're going to be a slave inside of Esau's beast system. And the God of the Bible commanded us not to take the chip under no circumstances, man. So we're telling you what the mark is. It's an actual physical thing. RFID microchip, micro C-hip, and the NFC C-hip. So this is going to be made mandatory, and this is just the beginning stages of them setting up the system. This is Revelations 14:9. If you don't take nothing from this video, just take this from the video. Verse 14 and 9. It's Revelation 14:9. And the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment shall send it up forever and ever. That just means a long period of time. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image and receive the mark of his name. So if you don't take nothing from this video, just be aware of the micro C-HIP, man. Beware of the micro C-HIP. It's going to be made mandatory very soon, man. They're pushing this system hard. And that's what we like, because that's what prophecy being fulfilled. The words that the God of the Bible spoke, whose true name is Yahweh by the mouth of his prophets, is happening now. And we're excited because we're at the end. We're at the end of our captivity. We're at the end of the rulership of our enemies, man. We just got to stay faithful and remain faithful until the end. So beware of the micro C-HIP. Beware of the micro C-HIP. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close out by giving all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Bahasham, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom.